Hi YouTube, this is Crumblestud and this is my Easter special. These are Millie, a spayed female, a neutered male called Snowy. These was adopted from Pets at Home in the UK. In America don't have Pets at Home. I got these from the adoption party in Pets at Home a few days before Christmas, a week before Christmas, and they was in there for adoption. And I adopted them from there. They was £15 each. They was done as well, so that was a really good price, as well as being adopted for being neutered and spayed. And they got really nice temperamental natures. This is Millie, the female, and she's really pretty. She's calm. She was a bit scared at first when she come, and she's calmed down really much. She was quite weird at first because she had a scar on her belly and she was bald because of the operation, and she's honest truth, because she's been done. She's put a lot of weight on because she's been done. And this is, if you'll turn round, if I can turn him round. So that was just a bottle. This is Snowy. Special about Snowy is, if you can see on camera, he's got blue eyes, but this don't bring justice of what his eyes are like really. Part of his eye is blue, top part's brown, and the other way round, it's the other way round the other side on his other eye. So he's quite unique. I wanted Millie at first, because I seem to like this. I like broken patterns. I like black with white. So I decided to have her. And I said, well, you can't split them up because they are being done and then a bonded pair. So I said I'll leave it, because I don't think I've got the money to pay straight away £30 straight away to buy the two of them. Well, a few days later I was regretting it. Not long after I went, after I started to think about it, I decided, yeah, I'm going to see if I can go and get them. I went up a few days later and they still got them. And I rescued them, adopted them there, and then since then they've been here and they love it. Tame as anything. This Snow is more of a broken, what I call a tri-Dutch. A tri. He is a Dutch, and I would say she's a sort of a Dutch or Old English spot in her. That's what my opinion is. Or she could be of everything. But these two live together happily as anything, because they've been done, and since I've had them. He's a lot small, as well as in weight, and she was about £5 in weight. She was the last time I weighed her, and he was about 4 something. So they've done pretty well. As you can see, they've not bothered me stroking them. They're not bothered. They're tame. They love their food. They're never at the bowl, personally. So I rescued these from Pets at Home. Yes, Pets at Home has got a bad reputation in the UK and certain places, but these two wasn't the adoption part, so they wasn't literally from the part where they sell rabbits for of their own stock. These probably was their own at one point, but because they couldn't sell them, they paired them up and adopted them. They had them neutered and spayed for Christmas period, because there was quite a lot of rabbits in at Christmas, and they wanted them to go to a nice home for Christmas. And I took these home, as I say, and there was a few more left, but I wonder if they did go and get a nice home for Christmas, because these two did, and I don't regret getting these for Christmas. all. Okay, I'm just going to do a short stop and show you some more rabbits of mine. Right, I'm back now. This is Benji. He's a lop, one type of lop. I don't personally know if he's a dwarf or a mini lop. I think he might be more dwarf lop. We had him from our local pet shop because they had him in the shop for a couple of months and they couldn't sell him because, you know, they have a stage where they're cute and they start to grow up and people don't want them. So this was around about Christmas time as well, and they couldn't sell him, including they said he was really nasty. He wasn't friendly. His nickname in the shop was Godzilla. And so we know our pet shop really well, and they said you can have him because we know you'll look after him. So when we went to go and collect him, she said I can have him, the day before I picked him up and I was holding him and they couldn't believe it was the same rabbit. And come to pick him up on the day, and there was about a good hour in the shop and more, just walking around with him, holding him in my arms, cuddling him. And he's just really a friendly little guy. He really loves toys. He's got lots of toys in his cage. He loves throwing them up in the air. Whoops, come on boy. Whoops. Don't fall down the hole. I think he can sense there was a female on here and the male. So look, you can see he was not free not to hurt you. He's why they called him Godzilla. He's so friendly. So had him for Christmas, as I say, as was them too, because we just love our rabbits so much. We couldn't see him not having a nice home, and really he just needed a good bit of love and attention. I think it's because they was a bit nervous of him, and he was a bit territorial over his food dish. But here, he's always been friendly since we've had him. So this is Benji, and he can't wait in the morning for his food and to come out and play. Look at him rubbing him. He's naughty but good boy. So that's one of our adoption rabbits, or rabbits we've been given to us. We seem to get them. We won't have them for ages, and then we get a load of people who don't want the rabbits, and we'll take them on for reasons sometimes not their own fault. Sometimes it's just because they don't want the rabbits, so we just take them on. And this is one of the cases where they couldn't sell him in the pet shop. He would have just been stood in the shop for a very long time, and there might have been someone who might have had him, but he might have been ejected and come back. Because rabbits can sense if you're a good person, and this rabbit could sense I wasn't going to hurt him, I wasn't going to do nothing wrong. He knew I was a safe person, so I think that's why he's always been a good boy. And all the other rabbits in the past we've had, what supposed to not be very tame or not very friendly, have always been so friendly. And so I'm going to put Benji away and get someone else out now. I'm back. This is Hazel. Oh, this was my first rabbit. This rabbit started it all off for me because someone gave it me. She said you can have it for a pet, you can keep it, you know. I don't want it. She is a Devon dwarf. She might be thinking it's a wild rabbit from out the wild because of the colour, but it's a gooty colour. But she's really pretty. The colour in it, it's different to some magooties you get. She seems to change colour at different times of the year. But she's my first one I ever had. She's my baby. The first one to have some babies for me. She second to my best, or third. Even if she's my first, but I mean, all your rabbits are favourites in different ways. Because she's my favourite because she's my first. I'm the first Nevin Dwarf rabbit. I never heard of Nevin Dwarf rabbits beforehand, maybe 2 years ago. Honestly, I didn't know much about rabbits 2 years ago more. But I studied them, and now I'm doing so well with my rabbits. But she's not the fanciest colour, I should say. Some people like the colour, some people don't. I've only got one agouti anyway in rabbit. Except I've got a agouti, broken agouti with white body with agouti markings. That's all I have got. But she's the only one, the agouti. You can see she's so tame. She's very tame. And she's been living with her daughter now for 12 months. She's had no babies for 12 months now because she's lived with her daughter. And I might have one more litter with her, I don't know yet. It depends. But she's beautiful. Aren't you, darling? Her dad is a champion from champion stock, so she's no good for showing in the Nevin Dwarf Club at all, or any club, because she's too overweight, and the ring's not in my name, so. But she's beautiful. She's tame. Anything. But she was my first, as I say, and she was given to me by a friend, so who does rabbits and showing them. So she's special in that way. Okay, I'm just going to bring them with the rabbit now. I'm back. This is Hazel's daughter, Annie. Annie's special because she was the first rabbit I ever showed in competition. Yes, I showed. She's my first one I showed. I rung her. I put a ring on her leg, so she's showable. She's won a few times, and she's lost a couple, just because of weight problems, and because sometimes females don't make the best show quality rabbits. I mean, I put ring on when she was young, and for a good bit, I didn't think she was going to do no good. But when she won, a few times she has done, and before Christmas she won second in pet competition because she was just overweight. So instead of not taking her, I just put her in pet class, and she comes second. She is a Nevin Dwarf. She is a chin. You know, like chinchillas, the grey ones. This is just like that. The colouring and the texture and the hairlines are just like chinchilla. That's where the name chinchilla comes from, in the colour. She's still a Nevin Dwarf, but she's just what they call chinchilla colour. There is chinchilla breeds of rabbits out there. What's like a lop was actually a chinchilla breed of rabbit, but she's all over the place. But she lives with her mum. She is docile like a mum bit, but sometimes she's a bit naughtier than her mum is. Aren't you? If I'm sitting in the table, we've got her out, she'll nudge my nose. She will do. She likes nudging my nose. She does. So, but she's my first one. I took to a show and showed her. And she was my first one I ever learnt to sit on the table properly, but she's not doing it now on this, because this is actually a platform to train rabbits on. But she was used to a fluffy one. Her ears are a little bit big, but because I think she's such a small rabbit compared to her mum. Her mum's quite a big rabbit. Now she's posing now. No, she's not. Pose? That's not posing. No. We should take you to the circus doing that. What are you doing? Take you to the circus. Yeah. Take you to the circus. We're doing that. So, I'm going to leave it here now, and part 2 of my rabbit Easter special will be out tomorrow. Okay, see you. Bye.